Can you just talk about how Blake played and the attitude he's bringing to that line?
Sure. Really proud of him and how he's come in and stepped up. And sometimes it's with all three of those guys. You forget the redshirt freshmen sometimes, which is a good thing. It's a good thing but sometimes as coach you have to remind yourself, or hey, oh shoot, he hasn't seen that before. He hasn't played 4 years of football where he's seen that look before, or knows how to adjust to that on the fly. But proud of him and how he went in, and it wasn't perfect obviously, but he's out there, he's fighting, and he's getting better every week.
Obviously, it took injuries to get there, but now that you have 3 redshirt freshmen in the starting line, how exciting is that for you that they get these reps in November football and what it means for the future?
Sure. Obviously, you never want to have injuries, and probably wouldn't have gone into the season thinking this would be our 5th or whatever it is, starting combination in 8 games. It's obviously not what you hope for, but it's what you have to prepare for, and it's something that Coach Moore has always maintained, that you got to have 10 guys ready, and I think we've started 8 or 9 of them. So it shows the depth we have in our room, and it's a credit to those young guys like Blake, who even when he was not the starter, was still preparing as if he was, and was just kind of waiting for his opportunity, whether that came from injury or whether that came from beating someone out and earning a job. So it's a credit to those guys and the ownership they've taken.
Talk about how challenging it can be mentally for young linemen. I guess, how are you able to work with that with Angel Babalola, even though he's out for the year?
Sure. So I mean, the great thing, one, he's just incredibly smart. I mean, he may be the smartest player we have in the building. That's not an insult to anyone else we have on the team. We have a bunch of smart guys, but he's incredibly smart. But it's also a credit to him for how he stayed engaged mentally. It's very easy, especially when you're a freshman and you're pushing the play, and all of a sudden you have a season-ending injury, to kind of go in the tank and become disinterested. And he's been the exact opposite. He's attacking rehab. He's going to class still. Which is sometimes even tough to do when you're injured. But he's making that effort, and then he's in our meetings. He's asking questions. He's staying engaged. He's coming up and watching extra film. So it's a credit to him that he's had the right mindset, you want to say, but sometimes the hard mindset, especially when you're an 18-year-old kid and you go through kind of the highest of highs, and you are on the track to play early in your career, to feeling like the lowest of lows, where all of a sudden that's been taken away from you temporarily.
How much of a push was he making in camp to be able to start or play?
He was playing really well. And we were very confident with where Evan was, where he was, where Blake was. So I'm excited for him to continue to work and get back to where he was, and be able to push to play next year.